This episode of Cousins Sons is brought to you by the Masani Group. As you guys know, Garon and I train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. One of our black belts is not only a black belt in BJJ, but also in the housing market. It can help you get the best deals on homes in the greater Los Angeles area. Just call the Masani Group at 626-263-0434 or visit their website at themasanigroup.com. This episode of Cousins Sons is brought to you by Authentic Muay Thai Supply. This is an online fightwear store where you can find the best, most authentic Muay Thai protection gear, training gear, boxing gloves, and Muay Thai shorts straight up from Thailand. Good prices, good people. Check them out over at AuthenticMuayThaiSupply.com and enjoy this episode of the podcast.
Yeah.
Nailed it, Pepper.
I have a hard out of by 2.
Perfect.
Just give me a chance to make yourself. If you don't like me here, I will be someone else.
And here we are.
Here we are, guys. We are back now.
Back.
Episode 60. With Steve Simeone.
You'll notice on the next episode, Pepper had no idea what episode it was.
Well, no, I was kind of right as far as
No, he
order.
was right.
You
he was
were
right.
right.
But this is released 60. But yeah.
Still.
We did a lot of episodes before Travis leaves, and now everybody's leaving.
But that's just so incredible that you guys hit 60. You should be like, that's such an accomplishment.
No, we're
These guys are committed.
I know, I wish we were around each other to get hammered or something.
yeah, to experience it.
We can come to West Virginia with us, Steve.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
we'll celebrate then.
We're going to West Virginia.
West
middle
Virginia,
of
honestly?
September.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the most beautiful places on earth, especially that time of year.
And the place we're
September,
going
October.
to, no
Oh.
neighbor for 4 miles in each direction.
Oh, that's awesome.
Got a
That's
fishing pond at front,
Oh,
chicken barn. Oh, yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, 5 bedrooms, too, so come stay.
Yeah,
five
well, especially
bedroom with
if
chickens.
the apocalypse hits.
Yeah, then you don't have a choice. And we
I'll
have to...
just Mad Max it to you guys.
Yeah. We'll send you the GPS coordinates.
Yeah, you need that. You can't find it with an actual address. It's all.
Yeah, the address sends you 12 miles away from the actual house.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, I know. You can't even find it if you tried.
Couldn't be
Oh, that's
rescued even if
so
you wanted
awesome.
to.
Oh, well, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Well, if I could find my own song. Jesus, there it is. Is this the third time you've played Travis
This
Trivia,
is
Steve?
I think it might be the second. The first
Second.
time we hadn't really done Travis
That's
Trivia.
right. It hadn't been birthed yet.
Yep.
Well, Garon chose fast food trivia, so it's going to be the cousins.
Oh, no.
I chose it last night at 2 in the morning high. So makes sense,
awesome.
right?
Yeah,
It makes
Makes
perfect sense.
that's great stuff.
All right, well, Steve, you're going to get the first question. We do best out of 10, and of course, you have a chance to steal if the cousins inevitably get a question wrong, and you'll hear a nice sound that tells you if you're right or wrong. So let's see here, Steve. First question: what fast food restaurant is credited with introducing the first modern-day drive-through window? Was it
No idea.
Oh, we got options. So is it Sonic, Wendy's, McDonald's, or Burger King? What are you feeling?
McDonald's?
Let's find out. Incorrect. Cousins. Was it Sonic, Wendy's, or Burger King?
Wendy's
I
or
don't know.
Burger King?
What was that, Pepper? Do you have a thought?
I was going to say Sonic.
Do you agree with that, Garon?
Let's go Sonic.
Let's go Sonic.
Oh,
Was it Burger King?
let's find out.
Wendy's.
Oh, it was
Wow. Way to go,
Wendy's.
Dave Thomas.
Dave.
Wow.
The
A
Frosty and
revolutionary.
drive-through? Way to go. That guy's
That's
an American
amazing.
hero.
All right, well, that question just never happens, and we move on to the cousins, guys. No points for anybody. Question 2, which of the following fast food restaurants was founded first? Was it McDonald's, Burger King, In-N-Out Burger, or Whataburger?
Ooh, what's Whataburger?
Oh, it's
Is that
the
East
best.
It's in
Coast?
Texas. It's
Texas.
fantastic.
Oh, it's not
Delicious.
even East. It's
Best
Texas.
ketchup in the game.
What?
Yeah, when I was in El Paso,
Oh.
it was
Does that mean it's a lot of
delicious.
sugar? I mean, a lot of sugar for
It has
tomatoes?
its own taste. It's
Oh, wow.
amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's go with which of the following fast food restaurants was founded first?
McDonald's, Burger King, In-N-Out Burger, or Whataburger?
I'm gonna say McDonald's, right?
Mm,
Why'd you go there?
You going with McDonald's?
I mean, that doesn't.
I don't know. Well, yeah, sure. Let's go with McDonald's.
McDonald's.
McDonald's? Incorrect. Steve.
Gotta be.
No idea, once again.
Are we going Burger King, In-N-Out, or Whataburger?
I know Whataburger was founded in Corpus Christi. I know because I was there with Steve Trevino like 12 years ago. Oh, whoa, no, 14 years ago. God, time goes by fast. But I don't know if it was the first. Who knows? I don't know. I'm going to go Burger King.
You go Burger King? Ew, Cousins.
Is it Whataburger or In-N-Out, Steele?
50,
Whataburger.
Whataburger.
Whoa, way to
In-N-Out
go,
was the
In-N-Out.
first fast food. What?
Well, both your questions.
That was like the most obvious one too.
It was.
Let's see here.
That's why I want to go with.
Was
Looks like it was
founded-
In and Out, 1948
That's
by Harry
incredible.
and Esther Snyder, Baldwin Park, California.
Whataburger, then Burger King, then McDonald's?
Yeah, look at that. Let's
Wow, we were wrong all around.
see. And now we know. All right.
Okay.
Well, question
0-0.
technically number one since 0-0. Steve, what did McDonald's restaurants first introduce in 1968? Was it the Happy Meal, Ronald McDonald, Egg McMuffin, or the Big Mac?
I'm going to go with the Big Mac.
We're going to go with the Big Mac here.
Ah, there it is.
System-wide, 1968, Big Mac had been
Oh,
introduced
that's
slightly earlier in a
What's
few
the bar?
stores in Pittsburgh, though. So Pittsburgh had the fatness before.
Ooh.
So question for the Cousins. It's 1-0. Where was the first Pizza Hut built? Was it Wichita, Kansas, Los Angeles, California, Albany, New York, or Grand Prairie, Texas?
I would want to say New York, but then I feel like they'd be like, fuck that place. You know, like they don't want it.
That's a very good point.
It's a very good point.
What do you think? Pepper?
Yeah.
Pepper's Pizza?
Kansas, California, New York, or Texas?
I don't know, New York.
Let's
I was gonna say Albany.
Let's go
I would go
Albany.
with that
Let's
too.
go Albany.
Albany, let's see. Incorrect.
Wow.
Ooh, Steve. So 3 possibilities. Wichita, Kansas.
I don't know. Kansas.
We're going to go Kansas. No! Stole the question. Very first Pizza Hut built Wichita, Kansas. Franchise was founded by 2 college students, Dan and Frank Carney, who borrowed $600 from their mom in 1958. That's incredible.
That's so cool.
Steve, we're back to you. It's 2-0. You could do a total shutout right now.
Okay.
Steve, what fast food restaurant
Oh,
introduced
I know that
a
one.
popular advertising campaign in 1997 that featured a talking chihuahua?
Because that was Carlos Alazraqui, I believe, that did the voice, who's an amazing stand-up comic and really nice.
I've seen his special. He's fantastic.
Yeah, and he's really nice. I met him with Gabriel Iglesias once, and
Oh, yeah.
he treated me like I was one of the guys. Whenever somebody does that,
Oh, it's
it
the
makes
best.
you, right?
That's solid.
Like when you meet a stranger and they're just
Yeah.
nice to you. So
Go.
it's Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Boom. There it is, 1997. Let's see if it says
Yeah.
Spuds McKenzie. Oh, that's interesting. All right, well, question number 3 or 4 now for the Cousins because it's 3-0. Steve is killing it. Cousins.
All right.
Burger King. Sorry. I'm not supposed to read these. Go read it.
Yeah, let's say, what fast food restaurant boasts that you can have it your way? Subway, Papa John's, El Pollo Loco, or Burger King?
Come on, pull around. She wants it her way.
Is it really Burger King?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Dane
Oh, okay.
Cook's joke.
That
Burger
is
King.
correct. 1974, and an attempt to change the prevailing cookie cutter image of assembly line fast food
Yeah.
restaurants. They introduced
Whopper,
have it your way.
Whopper, no onions, Whopper. Yeah, that one.
All right, 3-1, Steve.
Subway.
What fast food?
Keep jumping. You can
This is
tell
the
we're
last time I give you guys a monitor for yourself. Steve, what fast food restaurant aired ads featuring Jared Fogle, a man who lost? Yeah, okay. Well, you already said it. It's Subway.
There we
Jared
go,
Fogle.
Subway.
Oh, what a mistake that turned out to be. 4-1, you guys. Cousins, maybe a little redemption. Maybe you could at least, I don't know, almost pull ahead. What fast food restaurant was originally founded in the small town of Guasave on Mexico's Pacific coast? No idea how you pronounce that. El Pollo Loco, Taco Cabana, Taco Bell, or Del Taco?
I don't know.
Is it El Polo
I feel
or
like there's
Del
2
Taco?
borderline blasphemous answers
Yeah.
and then 2 possible answers. What are you guys thinking?
Let's do Del Taco.
Yeah.
Going Del Taco?
Well, that's
Incorrect.
what I would have gone with.
Steve, El Pollo Loco, Taco Cabana, or Taco Bell?
The only one I don't think it is Taco Cabana because we don't really even have those in California. And it says Pacific Coast.
So it would be here, the easiest place to go.
Yeah.
Be like Tijuana, yeah, place like that.
So I'm going to guess just because it's the oldest. I didn't know what El Pollo Loco was until I moved here.
Same.
So I'm going to go with Taco Bell.
Let's go Taco Bell.
Well, there you go.
El Polo Loco.
Watch it be Taco Cabana.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
1975, El Pollo Loco, or Juan Francisco Pancho, no idea how to say his last name, opened the first chicken stand in a small town of Guasave. Mexico Pacific Coast. Look at that. Look at that, you guys.
that.
Oh, cousins, you got your own question back, so it is 4-2. Steve, next question. How many herbs and spices make up the secret blend of the Colonel Harlan Sanders' most famous creation, his original KFC recipe?
I
9.
think it's 11.
Let's see here.
Yeah, I knew
That is correct. 11 herbs and spices. Fun fact:
11 herbs and spices.
the KFC Twitter page only follows 11 guys named Herb, and then like a couple people that are just spicy peppers as their picture.
Wow.
Fun fact. Fun fact. All right, well, it's 5-2. Cousins. Let's see here. We'll do 2 more questions. If Steve even gets 1 more correct, then he's the winner.
Yes.
Cousins, what fast food restaurant was literally founded in a broom closet? Was it Papa John's, Subway, McDonald's, or Dairy Queen?
Like Dairy Queen, maybe? You think
Maybe
Queen?
Dairy Queen. Because,
Yeah.
Subway's too new.
Dairy Queen.
Are we going Dairy
Yeah.
Queen?
Dairy Queen.
Whoa, that's what I would have gone.
Steve, chance to steal and
Guys, I
ensure
gotta
your victory here. Papa John's, Subway, or McDonald's?
Uh,
It's gonna be.
I think
Maybe
it's either going to be Papa John's or Subway. I'm going to go Subway.
We're going to go Subway.
Whoa,
Ooh,
Papa
Cousins.
John's?
So Papa John's.
Papa John's. What's the other one again?
It was
There we go.
McDonald's.
It was McDonald's.
which I knew that
Papa
wasn't
John's
the
makes
case.
perfect sense. It sounds like a very,
Yeah, I knew
I
McDonald's
started in a
wasn't-
broom
yeah.
closet, and now
Wow,
I have
Papa
pizza
John's.
chains. All right, well, it is 5-3. Steve, if you get this one right, you automatically win. But if the Cousins can steal it from you, then we'll do one final question. Okay, so let's see
Wasn't
here.
it? Wait, is that our turn or is it our?
No, this is Steve, because
So
you
you
guys
could
won
steal
the
this and
question.
win.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
hope
right.
you guys win. I really do.
All
We
right.
won't.
Let's see here. Why did Kentucky Fried Chicken, Steve, change its name to KFC? They weren't really from Kentucky. They didn't like the word fried. The government forced them to, or a competitor sued them. So why is KFC
No
longer Kentucky
idea.
Fried Chicken?
0 idea. But I'm going to say because they didn't like the word fried.
Because they don't like the word fried. Oh! Steve Simeone is a winner! Won the trivial. There it is.
Great.
Congratulations, Steve.
Congratulations, Steve.
Thanks,
You won.
dudes.
There it is. Who knows? This could be
Feel like
the
a big
last time we
winner.
play trivia, and it's just you won. You won.
We can play it from West Virginia. You know?
It's true. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna Zoom. I'm gonna figure out this whole Zoom thing. We'll figure it out. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, we just did that. So, what? Steele?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, you're okay.
I can hear you. I can hear you. So we're here. Day what?
Are we even
197 or something like
Are
that.
we
I
even
don't
counting
even
it
know
by
what-
days and not months
Yeah.
No,
anymore?
it's months. It's now months. It's pretty much 5 months now.
5 months.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
What have you been up to during all this, Steve?
Yeah.
Because we saw you like a couple weeks before everything shut down.
Yeah, just pretty much just staying in touch with friends, talking people off the ledge.
Yeah. Yeah.
That makes sense.
And trying to come up with a game plan on how to survive.
Yeah.
And then when Joey Diaz said he was moving, he wanted to make sure that I was getting out too. So for the last couple weeks, I've been pretty much just giving away all my stuff
Yeah.
and trying to find a place to live outside of Los Angeles.
Been jumping all, and you're leaving soon. So you're
Yeah,
like
probably
you're
within
going
about
to,
a week.
You're
Right,
going
babe?
to Florida.
What do you think, about a week? About a
Jeez,
week,
that's
yeah.
The cat's
Sad.
invaded your girlfriend's space.
Wow. Then that's crazy.
That's so sad.
I
Yeah,
want
it's
to get
weird. It's like everybody I know is
Yeah.
going.
I want to get pizza with you before you leave.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Got to do that. I got
It's
to do that.
hard to.
When do you leave exactly?
It's weekend next week.
I don't.
probably.
Yeah, I don't have an exact date. I know.
Okay.
I think Joey's getting out like around the 15th or 18th or something. Like he's got a little over a week.
Do you
So
do you know, or can you talk about, like, where's he going?
I don't. I'm not certain, but this is just. I'll tell you my thought process.
Okay.
I think he's a prophet. I think Joey Diaz is a prophet, and I think as long as he's in Los Angeles is okay. But as soon as he's gone, I'm gone.
Fair.
That's really how I
Yeah.
feel. And I know that's crazy and superstitious, but I had a weird vision when I was walking with my buddy that like this city was just crumbled and there was fires and Joey Diaz was in my ear and he goes, "Didn't I tell you to leave? Now look at this. You can't leave. You should have listened to your Uncle Joey." And when that happened, we had an earthquake that night.
Jeez.
And that's when I decided to give away everything. I was like, it'll cost me more money to move it and store it
Yeah.
than it's worth. So just give it away, and when the Comedy Store opens up, come back to LA and start over. And hopefully by then the rent will be cheaper in this city.
Hopefully that bubble
Right.
pops.
Yeah, hopefully. You never know. Like
That's
Yeah.
really what we're banking on. in West
yeah, me
Virginia.
too. Like I really thought like within 5 months I would have thought there'd be affordable rent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I really thought there was going to be deals. That was part of the reason
Oh,
why
it's
I
going
stayed.
higher
Yeah,
and
it's
higher.
going
It,
higher
it
now.
kept on going, and I went, you know what? Forget it. I'm out.
Yeah,
This
they
makes
just rented
no
the place
sense.
next to us because we're paying $14.75 for this tiny studio, and they just rented that one for $1,600 to some guy.
Yeah, they're idiots though.
Wow.
It's a studio. It's psycho.
Like I'm telling my friends that have homes that don't think they can get out. I'm like, no. Put a for sale sign on it now because there's still enough idiots
Yep.
where they'll buy it.
Mm-hmm.
But that by Christmas, that you might not have that opportunity.
Yeah.
So get out while there's still idiots willing to make a
Buy.
ridiculous
Yeah, yeah.
purchase and get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just makes no sense right now. And nothing's open. There's nothing to do here.
No, there's nothing.
Yeah, it
and I'm
makes it
seeing all
harder.
these shows. Everybody else is like, is it Brad? Is it Williams? Brad Williams? Who was it? Performed at Comedy Works?
Oh yeah, I think I think he I think
Yeah,
the
like
Comedy
there's.
Works is-
I mean, Comedy Works. I mean, Arizona's has their shows.
I know Zanies was open up here for a little while. I don't know.
Well,
if it closed back.
actually, yeah. Where is there like a comedy place downtown where you are? Because a comic that we.
I mean, Zanies is like off 8th Avenue, so it's like
Where did what's her name perform?
not
Travis,
downtown. But
Where?
the girl from the other night.
Oh, she was. Actually, I can't remember. She said I think it was Comedy Barn or something like that.
Is
that,
that-
and she said that was in Nashville.
She was performing there this
that was
weekend in Nashville.
McVicker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kim McVicker.
a lot of comics are going to Nashville. I talked to a buddy of mine that lives in Bowling Green, Kentucky, which he said is kind of like suburban Nashville. It's about 40 minutes. And
Yeah,
he's
it's nice.
running a
Good college there.
one. Yeah, he goes, it's a great college town. And he's running a 1-bedroom apartment for $550.
That's before I left. I was 23, so it's about 7 years ago in Ohio. I had I was with a roommate, 2-bedroom house, full 2-car garage, $575.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like,
Then I paid $800 for like
That's
a box
amazing.
when I first got out here, and now that same box would be about $12.50
yep, it's too expensive.
Yeah, it's not even.
with almost
No,
no
it's
justification. Especially, I keep. It's harder to ignore how much things suck around here when you can't do anything.
Right. Like
Right.
It was really the Comedy Store and that community more than even the stage that kept me here.
Oh yeah.
Like just a place where you could always go when you felt lonely and have somebody to hang out with.
Yeah.
And to see the greatest comics in the world every night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just, I don't know when that's going to be back. And when Joe Rogan said he was leaving, like that's the smartest guy I know of who
Yeah.
has access to the most brilliant minds of this generation. So when the smartest guy that has the most informed opinion tells you that California is done for a while, in conjunction with the only reason I'm here is the Comedy Store, and they
Yeah.
don't know when they're going to be open again. Like I would talk to my friends that worked at the store, and I'm like, I'm not even concerned about getting on stage. What I miss is that back hallway at the Comedy Store.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
And that won't be back until there's no social distancing
Yeah.
indoors.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Because there was rumors before we had the second lockdown that I really took the fight out of me. The second one where we were open for like a week, we had jujitsu.
Yep.
I could get a haircut. Church was open. The gym was open. I'm like, okay, it's been 4 months. We made it through. Everything's going to be okay. And then they're like, nope, back inside. I was like, well, there's that. And the Comedy Store was talking about opening up. And I thought it was going to be June. They were going to open, then July. And then I go, well, I just can't wait to hang out. And they were like, well, you're probably not going to be able to do that. Hi, buddy. Hi. Aw.
For anyone listening, we've got a visitor, Darkness the cat,
Aw.
has found love.
Well, hey, what? Pauly Shore moving to Las Vegas.
Yes.
So I heard. I don't know. Where did we hear this? I don't know if I heard it from one of you guys, but that the Comedy Store might not even open back up again.
I don't know about that. I doubt that.
I would doubt that too.
I would
Yeah, that's
doubt
a
that too.
it's
Yeah.
a it's
Yeah,
a
I'd hope
landmark.
not.
I mean, it's the best comedy club in the world.
Yeah.
But then
And I
we've
think
got-
there was a month there that they weren't sure if it was going to open up again because of how bad it was. But now that they're able to have their outside shows, like they're having customers, which is
Yeah.
still there. And like, it's going to be a lot for it to fully die down because you're going to have really big comics who are going to still fork out money to be like, okay, you're not getting rid of this.
Then you got places like Katie worked at Flappers. Then you got the haha and stuff that probably won't make it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, the weird thing is right now, I don't know anything.
That's a very good point. Yeah.
I mean, I really don't know anything. The truth is, like I said, I love Uncle Joey. He's not going to be here, so there's really no reason for me to be here. Because it was my friendship with him that sort of kept my sanity going during the lockdown.
Wait, hell, Joey's the only reason Fourth Wall turned into what it turned into. Just him just showing up.
Yeah.
Because it was down the road from his house.
Yeah.
It's the only reason I had a job for 2 years.
Yeah.
All because of Joey. So if he's getting out of here.
Joey told Simeone, who told us about the Fourth Wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we would never would have fell in love, Garon and
never
Pepper.
would have fell in love.
And then you guys are going to help Lee Boom Boom Sayat move some stuff for charity tomorrow.
Monday,
the world is this small.
Oh,
It's
Yeah,
awesome.
so small.
Yeah.
Is Lee moving too?
Everybody's moving.
Yeah, he's going to Milwaukee for a month. And then he said he's going to go between his parents, Connecticut and Florida. So he's just kind of in limbo as well.
It's really
back and forth.
Like, I try not to think about it. Like, I was talking to my girlfriend. I'm like, we're just going on an adventure. We're going to do a road trip. Just view it as a vacation. And you just got to take everything like day by day. Like, I don't know. I don't.
Yeah.
Me and Katie keep saying like a couple months there, but we don't know that it will be a couple.
No, you don't know. That's what it affects you the most. Because like even when I was in Minnesota, it was the first month didn't know. Oh, this could be. Second month, I'm like, okay, this is reality, but still, what the hell's going on? It wasn't until the third month when I knew I was coming back that it kind of was like, okay, I can enjoy this.
Yeah.
But when you don't know and you're in limbo, it's finding those. You still, even here, living here before all this, I would leave town every 2 months to get out. You almost need those little things to keep you going in life.
Yeah, I was on the road so much that I used to say my two favorite things in life were leaving LA and then coming back to LA.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously. And now I'm like, well, I just want to get into a little bit safer. I don't want to be in a big city.
Mm-hmm.
And
especially if things, go down here.
Yeah.
We're all like your vision that you had. I mean, if it goes down,
I don't like. I think that could have just been like a metaphor for, or whatever it was. Yeah. I really just want to. I have like a little bit of anxiety where I just want to get out and recharge. I want to go to the beach, and everywhere else is so much cheaper that I can rent a furnished apartment on the beach in Florida. Literally on the beach.
Yeah.
For $1,000 less a month than what I'm paying now.
That's bananas.
So I can save $1,000. There's some writing that I need to do.
Yeah.
I need to get this writing done.
Yeah.
I have opportunities that I've worked 20 years to get that are finally here. So I'm going to go there. I'm going to write. I'm going to try to be productive and just sort of recharge and then see what happens with LA. Until I can't get a haircut right now. I can't.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
You can't have church inside.
Nope.
It's like, what is going on? I just don't want to be here
How are they
anymore.
doing church right now?
It's outside in tents.
Okay.
Ooh, like a revival.
Like an old school revival.
Where I'm from, a little Pentecostal revival.
Yeah. So it's just like, whatever, take everything one day at a time. All my friends are leaving. When you have people like Uncle Joey and Joe Rogan and Theo Vaughn not leaving and not knowing when they're going to come back, I don't even know when the Comedy Store is going to feel like the Comedy Store. Even if they're allowed to have shows, and then there's no social distancing.
That's a really good point.
And you have that hallway back there,
that was
Comedy Store was Joe Rogan's platform. It was sold out every night because people wanted to get a chance to see Joe or a guest on his show, or he was always talking about it.
Yep.
If he's not there,
is
it going to be sold out every night? I don't know.
Right?
That's a really good point.
Yeah. Now with even the whole social distancing, and even when they lift that up again, the people who are going to want to be like, oh, well, they said it's good, so let's all go back to normal.
Yeah, I just want to go there and hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
And as soon as Eric or Curtis or Richie or one of the managers we're open, you can come hang out.
Yep.
I just want to have that family, that sense of family.
Yeah.
But without that, I've just been playing cards and building puzzles with my girlfriend.
Right.
We could do that in Florida.
Yeah, exactly. Cheaper.
Yeah.
Cheaper. Save $1,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the beaches are better in Florida.
Well,
Water's less cold.
Yeah.
For sure, for right now, I didn't realize how seasonal they were, but there's like not a lot of people there right now. Like it gets really busy January, February, March. They say like the population down there doubles or whatever. But for right now, I think being around less people is a good idea. Like West Virginia sounds amazing. I think you guys are making the right choice.
Yeah, no
At least
beach,
for
but,
a couple months.
yeah, by the way, in Florida they call them snowbirds, which are just middle-aged old people that flock down.
Right,
all through the
seriously.
winter.
Yeah, and so it's technically off season there. Hopefully, I'll get some writing done, and that's it. And come back. The game plan is to come back.
Yeah, which is good to hear. Like the game plan's to come back, and right now though, just getting out. And how far down? So you're gonna trek down there. How long are you gonna just go?
I brought my car to my mechanic to make sure it can make the ride.
Of course.
I put some money into it to make sure it's good.
We did the same, yeah.
I'm gonna buy 4 new tires this week.
Ooh.
And then I'm just gonna take my time getting there. Like what I might do is like Paulie's in Vegas. I might go there just to hang out with Paulie for a day or two because hotel rooms are free.
Yeah.
They're like $30 a night.
Yep.
And then I have some friends in Texas. I might stop off and see some friends in Texas. I might go down and just see New Orleans to stuff my fat face. You know, like
I want to go to New Orleans.
Take our time, enjoy the ride. Get there, get an Airbnb for a couple of days, look for the right apartment.
Yeah, and besides here, gas isn't that bad everywhere else.
Everything is cheaper when you leave California.
Everything.
Everything's cheaper.
Yeah.
Like I was looking at cars in Florida. I'm like, I could save $6,000 on a car.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's like, what am I, like part of me goes, I mean, I would have to sell a show or something for me to come back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I miss the store, but I have to make sure it's still there before I
Yeah, for sure.
And you made a good point about the way that it used to be. Like the thing I've thought about most with shows is now it's like there's no real hanging out with the fans after or the people who came after. There's no you can't really even stand by a merch table. It's just getting too close to people.
No.
It's just so different.
Yeah, like I'm supposed to do a show in Virginia at the end of the month.
Where at?
The Arlington Alamo Draft House, I think.
Oh, nice.
Or I think that's what it is. I know it's in Arlington, Virginia.
You ever done Kazi's in Virginia Beach? I was there for a couple years. It's fantastic. If you
I love that part of the country, though. I really do. I think Virginia Beach is beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I've even thought about, like, maybe checking out the Outer Banks and going there during the off-season just right. Like, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to wind up. I don't know anything. But I know they talk about no merch, no meet and greets. You're in the green room by yourself. They put out a new microphone for you. Wear your mask the whole time. Walk out on stage. Take off the mask. I mean, everything's changed, and it's surreal and weird. And I'm just grateful for my family and my faith and my friends right now. Because I don't know. I think it's time to start circling the wagons. I mean, the economy's been shut down for 5 months.
It's crazy.
It's gonna take a lot of work to get it. Yeah, it's gonna.
And it's still, like you said, it's still closed, and we're just now hitting the pinnacle of all of this. You know, people still haven't got their money, and then even then, the ones who have got their money, that's not coming in anymore. So it's just.
I never got my unemployment.
Yeah.
I've been fighting. I fought for it. I got a little bit a week ago.
Yeah, I've never been able to get anybody on the phone, and everybody's like, "You keep on calling." I'm like, "Really?" They just always tell me they can't take my call. So I guess you just have to keep on putting.
I think Travis called at like 7 a.m.
No, I'll shoot you a YouTube video. There's a different number you can call and a little thing you can do.
Send me that.
Yeah, I got you. Don't worry.
Send me that. Yeah,
I'll help you out because and then I finally got it a week later after I got a guy on the phone.
That's what I need to do. I just need to get a human being on the phone.
And that's the only way you could do it. It turns out because I had sent 2 months ago they've tried to verify my identity. 2 months ago, I send them 4 forms of identification, all copies.
Yeah.
And then the guy that I talked to on the phone said, "Oh, they just haven't opened it yet." I was like, "Well, go in the room and open it. Like, what are you doing?"
Like for me, they were like, when they did that pandemic-specific unemployment for independent contractors, being a comedian, I qualify for that. And then their first question was, "Have you worked outside of California?" And I said, "Yes." And then went, "Oh, you can't do this online. You need to call."
Oh, jeez.
And I was like, oh.
Yeah, I'll get you a number. Don't worry.
And then I checked again, and they're like, "Oh, you could print out this form and fax it in or mail it in." So I faxed it in June, beginning of June, and I haven't heard anything. And so I'm like, okay, this state doesn't really work. You know, like there was no sign up here, give us your email and phone number, and
Oh,
we'll
yeah,
schedule
no,
a time to
there's-
call you back, or none of that stuff.
Even trying to make it easy. Like the guy Travis talked to, 90% of the people who are working from home anyways.
Yeah, the guy was like, because I called the same day as the earthquake, because it woke me up at 4:30 in the morning, and I was like, you know what, this is a good time to blow these people up.
Yep.
And then I literally Googled the best way to do this.
Smart. Please send that to me.
Of course.
Because it's just frustrating. It's just like, you know, I don't blame the people that are working. They just need to hire more. I mean, you're talking about everybody needs jobs. So hire some people
Yeah.
to handle the unemployment. How about that?
Yeah.
For an obvious solution.
Yeah, any of that just...
I can't get my driver's license. I paid for my driver's license in California. I can't even get an appointment at the DMV.
Okay,
They're not
he's been
even
trying
taking
to
appointments.
re-register.
Like, what do you need to do with your driver's license, Steve?
It expired back in June.
You
And-
you can request a new one online. Just like go
No, I
online and
can't.
go to their online services.
Yeah, I already tried that because it is expired. And there's two types of licenses.
Oh, it
okay.
expired. Yeah.
So it expired, and I need to get the real ID. So then there was a whole separate website for the real ID. And then
So are you just going to get one in Florida then?
that's what I think I'm going to do. Even though I paid for my California license, they're so disorganized, this state,
So
that they have so many appointments for when they were closed, which I understand, but there's no, you check their website to make an appointment online, and you're not allowed to do that yet because there's so many backlogged appointments. My point being, California just isn't run very well. So
Yeah, I agree.
And it's very expensive. I do love it here. It's got the best weather in the world. I love the
Yeah.
fact that dreamers from all over the world come here. I think that's awesome. I think the people that grow up here are super cool. I think they're cooler than a lot of the people that move here.
I agree.
I love it here, and I don't want to move. If all those things I was talking about, the truth is, I wish we were 6 months ago, and that's the world we lived in. I wish I was at the Comedy Store tonight and had a main room show, and I was getting ready to go on the road, and everything was cool, and everything was normal, and I wouldn't mind paying a ridiculous amount of money in taxes and rent because it's worth it. It's worth it to have meeting people like you guys, where it's like, I want to be a comedian. Well, come to like everybody knows from all over the world, this is where you come to live your dream. And I think it's really sad for America and the world that this California's it's ruined right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
No,
I hope to come back when I feel it's safe to do so. But right now I don't. I think it's going to get worse.
Yeah.
Like I've just been hearing, like all the cops that we're in jiu-jitsu with.
Yeah.
Remember what
Yeah.
they were telling us a month ago? They're like, keep your head on a swivel. Don't be on your cell phone in public. Don't do anything at night. I was like, don't do anything. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
They were like, it's that bad.
Well, we're here last night. We were playing games outside, and there's constantly every night there's helicopters constantly just swiveling around above, and we're like this.
Like the night there was that mansion party in Beverly Hills that made the news.
Yep.
I was like, what is that? I saw helicopters up around that area.
Yeah.
But dude, never in my life, I've been out here for 20 years, never in my life have I heard about armed criminals taking over Beverly Hills mansion party and robbing everybody. And then I found out later somebody, God forbid, was murdered at that party. I mean, that's heartbreaking. But that goes to show you, like, you're talking about one of the most prestigious zip codes in the country, and violent crime happening there.
Yeah.
It's time to leave.
Well, and like we've talked about, getting out of here in November kind of thing. If a civil war is going to happen,
Oh, God,
it'll
don't
happen
say
in
that.
November.
Yeah.
It'll happen.
Well, there's also what worries me is this has never happened, but a president has to concede that he's lost.
Everybody's talking about that kind of stuff.
And I don't know. I don't like to get too into
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
but
no.
I'm an ignoramus. I
Yep.
don't watch the news. That's how I cope. I just try to be
Yeah,
nice
for
to
sure.
people.
Yeah.
No, that's smart.
I don't know what's going on. I don't really have political opinions. I think it's entertaining that people are so passionate that they think they know the good guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Seriously,
right.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Amen to that.
And then I
They're-
look at our choice, like,
They're not good guys either way.
I don't even. I'm not going to say it. Like, I don't know. I
Nobody
don't watch
knows. That's the
anything.
point. Is like
I just try to help people. That's my politics. I don't think it's going to be good.
yeah.
No.
And everybody I talk to that has more informed opinions, they can tell you why they. I'm just going with my gut. My gut is saying if Uncle Joey says get out, get out. He's the most street smart guy I know, and I really do think he's like like to me, he's been such a mentor and spot on with everything that he's been telling me for a couple months to leave. Like early on in the lockdown, he was like, no, I think you should stick it out. He goes, there's going to be some opportunities in this city. Like I really thought there was going to be more streaming shows. Like I thought by this point you could have socially distanced indoors. I thought by now we'd have 100 people in the main room. The Comedy Store would be streaming that to a global audience.
Yeah.
And we'd be making bank as comics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like even if they did a $10 stream, a $5 stream,
Yeah.
and they sold 10,000 of those, and they're like, "Hey, guess what? You have a main room spot. It's worth $5,000." I really thought like that's
Yeah.
how naive and like childlike I am and overly optimistic. And then I thought like apartments that were renting for like 2,600. I thought by now they'd be 2,000, and oh my God, look at this place for 1,800. Let's jump on it.
Yeah.
I wanted to be in LA for those deals.
Yeah.
They never materialized. Like I got really depressed the night of
And
the
they
earthquake.
will in like 6 months.
Yeah, I think everything's got to shake out.
In
You know?
2021.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2021 is like,
Yeah, and that's when I'll come back. Like
Same.
when I get a phone call from the store and they're like, "Hey, man, main room's open. Do you have
Yeah.
any avails?"
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, "Yes."
Cool.
And I'll
That'd
move
be-
to Pasadena or La Cañada, someplace really nice and peaceful. Hastings Ranch, like 40 minutes away, and that's what I'll do. But for right now, it's just get out and be safe.
yeah.
Yeah.
And with the flights being so cheap, that's why I'm glad I'm going. I mean, I'm staying. I'm at a whole different lifestyle right now.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for my life. At the same time, I do understand, everybody bouncing. It's not one of those like, no, dude, stay. No, dude. No, I'm like, no, dude, go.
Everybody's
Like,
going.
Do it. Do it.
I know,
If
no,
I was
I
in
can't, yeah.
anybody else's shoes but my own, I'd be out.
Yeah.
Dude, it's like a
You're right.
Jenga
Yeah.
game. Like everybody I knew was kind of like holding out, and it
Yeah.
really was
Yeah,
that
yeah.
second lockdown.
Yeah.
It really was like, wait a second, now
Again?
again, and then it
Yeah.
was just like this one puzzle piece, and then everybody I know
Yep.
was like, I'm gone, I'm gone,
Yeah.
I'm gone, I'm gone.
And it was that second lockdown. It was like maybe a few weeks, but into it, and then now in the last 3 weeks, it's been Travis, Simone, Diaz, all these people now. It's just like, who's leaving? Now I'm like,
Everybody.
oh, dude, no, everybody. I got told like by 6 different people that I know that are like,
It's so hard not to at this point.
yeah,
Yeah.
I just can't. I can't think of any reason now to stay until it's different again,
yeah,
or until it's back the way that it was, or even if it's not back the way that it was. Just they're just not doing what they're doing right now.
yeah. Something different.
Yeah.
Something has to change for the better, even if it is adapting, but for the better.
And I've noticed
Yeah,
everyone in the city seems to be getting angrier, and it's because they don't have anything to do. Like, I've been having really hostile interactions with just your normal people at 7-Eleven. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
people just seem so aggressive, and it's almost like tiger cage death, which is a thing.
Yeah, like
Just pacing.
people have essentially been on house arrest for 5 months now. Like
Which
you have
makes
to
you
keep that in mind.
crazy.
Yes.
Especially, I don't
Yeah.
live alone, but there's a lot of people that do. And I imagine if you were
Heartbreaking.
in this living alone, the poor kid who lived in the front unit literally had a mental
lost his
breakdown.
mind.
Literally had a
Yeah.
mental breakdown. And the landlord acted a bit like a dickhead. It wasn't very sensitive about it, but we've gotten him out, guys. Don't worry. And I'm like, he's just a kid,
Yeah.
probably 22, who's living alone in an efficiency.
Yeah.
And he snapped
You
because
said
he's
JD, Garon, you said JD wasn't handling it well either.
No, yeah,
Like,
no. It's
yeah.
that's if you live alone. Like, I mean, yeah, my roommate, he got a cat a month before I came back, and I was like, get one for sure, because
Yeah.
anything to keep you sane and
You
in
need
this
some
moment
sort of
of
connection.
loneliness and connection, and
I saw something beautiful the other day with regard to this. It was like, it almost made me start doing my gratitude lists again. I want to be off social media for that. People are so
Yeah.
mean right now
oh,
Oh,
so
yeah.
many-
that you
Yeah.
put out anything, and I just don't want to deal with it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't a fan of social media to begin with, but it was a necessary tool to promote
Yeah.
stand-up shows. And then I really did like connecting with people that were fans of my comedy.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't call them fans, like just making friends with people
Yeah,
that,
friends,
you
yeah.
know what I mean?
Mhm.
It was great. But by and large right now, social media is so toxic, I'm off of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I almost started my gratitude list again because I went to Ralph's, the supermarket, like 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like this older lady. I'm gonna guess she might have been 70, and she like her cart kind of bumped into mine, and we made small talk, and she was like, I'm so sorry. Blah, 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 blah. Like, she had weird energy, right? But she was really sweet. And I'm like, oh, no problem. She's like, I can't believe there's so many people in here. Look at all these people. I didn't think there'd be this many people in the store. This is incredible. Look at this. And I'm like, oh, okay. So then, like, I kind of forgot she existed. And 5 minutes later, I saw her almost crash into somebody else, like another person. And she was like, I'm sorry. I have to apologize. And then I heard her say this. Because I gave her, like, the smile, like, hey, remember? And she's like, ah. So now it's like her cart, the cart she almost crashed into, and I'm coming down. And she goes, I haven't been out of my house since March.
Jesus.
She was like, this is the first time I've been around people. And she almost had like tears of joy. And she just went, I forgot people existed. Like, this is just so awesome.
Yeah.
And I think we need that communal connection, and we're being robbed of it right now.
Social interaction is, even the people who don't like social interaction, you know,
still need it.
You still need it, you
especially,
know?
and especially if you're elderly right now, like,
Oh,
and in the high risk, it's like your own family's afraid to see you because they don't want to kill you on
I know.
You know?
I know.
I mean, my grandpa's 94. Like, I had plenty of opportunities to go back home, but I'm like, yeah, but I don't want the last,
right.
you know, because he's.
Yeah, before I go see my parents, I'm definitely going to quarantine for 2 weeks.
And that's what we're doing in Virginia. We got tested yesterday. We're going to make sure everything's okay. Because I'm going to see my brother and his wife who's pregnant in Vegas.
Oh, God, yeah.
And I was like, all right, we got to make sure we are totally okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to go to any other places until we leave.
Dude, it's just so scary. Like, if you think about all of the variables we've all just sort of been chunking down right now. Like, there's a reason why people are stressed out. There's a reason why people are snapping out. Like, we're dealing with big, heavy variables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like literally
Everything.
life and death and work and depression and economic depression, emotional depression. It's like, dude,
You're going through the highs and lows at, you know, fast rates of not knowing what's going on or anything, and it's the brain, especially any generation right now, really for us, hasn't really ever had to deal with this.
nobody has.
You know, like even people who say even older than all of us, it's like,
Well, that's what my grandpa said, too.
Yeah.
He was like, I never seen nothing like this.
No,
which is,
nobody
when
has.
you have someone like
94.
when 94 and
Yeah.
they've never seen nothing like this, and
He
you've
was born
seen
in 26.
Yeah,
He's seen the entire Industrial Revolution, basically.
Yeah, this is uncharted waters.
Yeah.
So, like,
But that is another reason to be so stressed out because, I mean, you're like you said, we don't know how to handle this. No one knows what they're doing, and politicians are just trying their hardest to figure it out on the go.
I guess
but they
they
have
are.
too much. Yeah, you're right. That's a very good point. I almost had empathy for them.
I don't think any of them care.
I mean, especially them fighting over the stimulus. I'm like, that's money everyone really needs, and they're like, well, it's political now.
I don't.
it's sad. It's just
I just want to give everybody a hug, but I can't really do that because it's a global pandemic.
You know what? That's what got me a lot too. As a hugger, as someone who hugs, I can't hug people anymore. Really,
I know.
can't. No hugs.
It's so
No
sad.
huggies.
Oh,
It sucks.
And I'm not even usually a hugger, and I feel like I'm more now that I can't. You know,
I know.
Yeah.
I just need a hug.
I just need a hug from all of you and everything. It's just I don't. It's uncharted, and we did this. We were just talking about how we did the podcast before all this back in March, and saying how we think things are gonna go, and we nailed it pretty good for that week after everything closing down.
Yeah.
But
I did call riots in the streets though.
yes, you
I
did.
thought they'd be for different reasons.
Yeah, you did. Different reasons, but they were riots.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's a
Nailed it.
matter of knowing what's coming next after that. It's almost just like, well, we've thrown everything on the wall of what we think is possible. Now, what comes next, it's not even surprising anymore. But it's
Well, you
still
remember when everybody was joking? They were like, "What's next? UFOs?"
Yeah.
And that came out. Nobody even acknowledged it.
Yeah.
Yep.
My dad sent me the article. I didn't even know it had happened.
I mean, it's really
I
we're living in
don't even know
such.
what you're talking about.
You don't know about this?
The government said UFOs are real.
Yeah, they declassified their. They found a not from Earth spacecraft. They basically admitted to everything that. What was the guy's name that was on Rogan? The guy that worked at.
Oh yeah, I forgot that guy's name.
Yeah, yeah.
Babe, what was the name of the nerd? Yeah, our nerd. I forgot the guy's name.
man.
But that documentary on Bob Lazar.
Bob Lazar nailed it. Yeah.
Yeah, way to go.
Good job.
Yeah.
Gia.
Yeah,
Yeah, that guy's great.
Oh, I know the stuff he described, which I guess they basically were like, "Yep, it's there." So
Here we are. Nobody cares.
I know.
It's a perfect time to slide that in, though. Perfect time. Right?
Well, Katie
You don't
was
have to
reading
blame
a declassified CIA thing that was talking about mind powers that they recently declassified.
Right now it's Professor X.
It was
you know what I mean? Like,
it was literally they did 50 people and they tried some forms of chakra alignment, and then 25 of the 50 people were able to, they put a piece of paper in a glass jar, and 25 of the people were able to move the paper out of the glass jar.
what?
Yeah, you can look it up.
I don't want it. There's certain things I don't want to know.
I know, it's like they're just being like, here's some distractions, mind powers, aliens. Nothing.
So crazy.
That is crazy. Where this art, the alien or the UFO article?
It's everywhere.
It was
Everywhere.
in New York Times, which
Yeah.
they definitely check their sources. They're the New York
It's
Times.
not the
that's right.
Weekly World News. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. That's crazy.
No,
So,
it-
what do you guys think the world's going to look like in a month?
Same.
Same,
as
man.
Right now.
Same.
September. Right.
I don't think
now?
we're gonna see serious change until like after the election and beginning of the year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my dad's a pretty conservative guy, but he's got the maybe it's a touch of conspiracy theory, but he's got the old like all of a sudden after the election it'll all go back to normal. That's what he's been saying.
Interesting.
Which I don't know about all that, but
I don't
maybe
think it'll go back to normal, but it'll head that way, you know.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah.
I just can't
Yeah.
wait to do comedy again.
preach.
Well, and
You know,
I
I
know.
just can't wait till like we can have audiences inside, nobody's worried, and we can all
Yeah.
laugh. I
Yeah.
just want to laugh. That's it.
Yeah,
No,
and like
same.
still, have you checked into any of that? I mean, I know now it's more of like you're there. So have you checked in any of
Yeah.
the clubs out there to go and
To go to well,
dabble in?
the only club I know of, dude, actually is Zany's. But no, to be fair, I haven't really. I mean, I know some mics that did exist, but I don't know. I know actually one, which was at the Basement East, I think, that I had been to before. It was actually the one I did my very, very, very first mic. That was just a you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was that one, but it was I think that bar that they had it in closed down. So,
Oh,
but then Third Coast, I just don't know if they've started it back up again, because the people that run it, kind of are on the side of like,
Yeah.
stay away from everything, and you know what I mean. So, but to be fair, I haven't looked in like a month or so. So
how
it
would
could-
you
it
go
could have
about
changed.
that right now? I mean, we've especially me and Steele, we've only been doing it for like a year and a half, and now it's all this. But how would you go about that for getting your name out there if we wanted to say go on the road, right? Which is a random thing to do, but to these
Yeah.
places that are open, do you have to have like a reel or like
I have no idea.
like a
I think comedy's always kind of been like word of mouth.
gotcha.
And that's why like a place like the Comedy Store was so special, because the person that was headlining could take somebody and go, all right, you're going to MC for me.
Yeah.
That really only happens out here, I feel.
Yeah. That's what makes it. That's what I think that's one of the things that it's like, high belt, low belt.
Yeah.
No,
for sure. That's awesome. Yeah.
That's what made the Comedy Store so special. But my recommendation would be, now all these people from LA are being scattered across the country, which is actually a blessing, because then you're going to have all these friends in their own little local comedy scenes. Like I was on the phone the other night. Do you guys know Lucas Earl from the Comedy
Yeah,
Store?
for sure.
So I was on the phone with Luke, and he was debating whether he's currently in Des Moines,
Okay.
and he was debating whether to move to Austin or stay in Des Moines. But according to him, like Austin rent right now is comparable to Los Angeles. So many people from LA have moved to Austin that it's just as expensive.
Wow.
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
I haven't verified anything. I haven't checked into it.
Well, it's
It's probably true to a degree. I mean, like,
But
Everybody's
I
always-
told, but to my point, I told Luke, I was like, Luke, stay in Des Moines. You have a competitive advantage there. You know everybody.
Yeah.
And like he's going to do some radio show or something, or a TV show with the #1 sports broadcaster in Iowa. I'm like, dude, you could sell tickets that way.
Yeah.
Get in there, and make it happen.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
so then you get, then when you guys want to hit the road, you go, what rooms are in Iowa? And then you hit me up. You go, what's going on in Florida?
Yeah.
Then you hit
makes
up
sense,
Travis,
then.
and you're like, what's going on in the West Virginia,
Yeah,
Virginia
yeah.
area? And then that's how you get those gigs.
Yeah. That makes more sense then. Because we were talking about now going even in a month. Like having Travis find a bar out there and be like, hey, we got some LA people, and we'll
Yeah,
do
gonna
a show for you.
scour
You know,
scour West
we'll do
Virginia.
it at a
Start
bar,
doing shows.
Try
you
to
know,
start shows in West Virginia. Yeah.
yeah, and then Nashville, even if you hit up some places, because at
Yeah.
this point,
Well, we'll be
I
close
could
enough
fly
to
to
Virginia as
visit
well.
any of you guys for cheap.
Yeah,
And
and then
it's
the
like-
great thing is once you get out of LA, there's so many stand-up clubs within driving distance of everywhere else.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like you're like, oh, within 4 hours I could work 30 clubs.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
That's good to know. That's good to know. How much is it, Travis? Are
Let's
we
see, you
looking?
can get a pretty dope place for about
That place looks
1,000.
nice.
Yeah, a
Oh,
place
that
like
looks really
this.
nice.
That's half price.
Bridge at the Cameron.
Yeah, at the bridge at the
Austin.
Cameron.
And the place below it, 1,400 to 1,800. That's closer to LA prices.
This is pretty. Yeah, exactly. So some of them do look like they're, but then again, if it was the same place in LA, the look of it,
This place would be expensive.
The place next to us that looks like a drug kingpin owns it. The big
Yeah.
apartment right there that they just built. They're doing one bedrooms for around $3,000.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I know. And when there's like a murder down the road a month ago. Like this place is terrible. What do they do? But then
Yeah.
this place looks amazing for only around 1,000.
That's great.
This is a good looking pooper.
Looks really nice.
Oh, look,
Yeah.
look at that size of that kitchen. That looks nice.
It's amazing.
Hallway.
Yeah, I can't remember how
Looks
long
like a
ago I had
theater.
a hallway.
I know. I just want to get a set of stairs. I want an upstairs and a downstairs.
Those are nice.
I haven't had one of those in a
Yeah,
while.
that West Virginia.
We
house
had that
got
at our
upstairs.
first place
I'm so
here.
excited.
But it was a very crappy put together apartment.
It could have been cooler
It
than
could have been cool, yeah.
But
It was a weird
yeah,
setup.
some of that was the people there. You know.
So, Steele, are you coming back to LA in the foreseeable future? You're going to just post up in
Oh
Nashville?
yeah, I mean, I'm definitely coming back, but again, like when, like, and
Right.
because
Oh, okay.
I got out of my apartment, kind of. I mean, I did for like sort of temporary, or it could be permanent, but like my stuff is still at my apartment.
Okay.
So basically, I just worked out a deal with my roommate, and he's like, "Yeah, just pay this amount, and then you can keep your shit here until the beginning of the year, you know."
Great.
And so because I just figured just to be safe,
Yeah, yeah.
keep my shit there. Like my car's still there. I don't know. And I'm probably going to go back and forth to LA because I'm like once we kind of see what's going on with some other things,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I want to like, if I'm not going to come back, say end of September now, since we're going to West Virginia or beginning of October, if it's going to be like closer to the beginning of the year, then I'm definitely going to at least go back to or go to LA like once a month or so just to take care of my
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Make sure
check
my
on
car's
things.
started, because
And it's cheap.
Flights are so cheap and I'm not paying rent. So
I know. I got my tickets for like what, one to
137
Nashville,
or something?
137 round trip, and then Steele's like, "Oh, that's pretty expensive." I'm like, "What fucking
oh
deals
no,
are
and
you
honestly,
getting?"
I misread that. I thought that was per ticket.
Oh, okay, I was like, I told
That's
Travis,
a
I was like,
great deal.
what deals is he
Yeah.
using? I was like,
Yeah,
"Is
no,
this
no,
Spirit?"
I read that wrong. I read that.
Okay.
I went back and thought about that too. Just like the other day too. I was just like, was that really expensive what he was talking about? And then I went back and read the text
It was like,
messages. and
oh
was
no,
like,
it wasn't that expensive.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yes, to answer your question, yes, I'm definitely coming back, and I'm excited to come back. But if there's no jujitsu, there's no comedy clubs, there's no
Yeah.
What's the point?
Seriously.
I just feel like we could do, if you have the choice, kind of like Luke, you know what I mean, and Travis,
Yeah.
if you have the choice to go somewhere else and actually be able to get shit done, get a show started, not freaking get arrested if you do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like that's probably what you should do, you know what I mean? And like Garon, you have your situation, which we
No,
all,
yeah,
we all
exactly.
know
That's
is-
why I'm
is-
like,
is
I
what-
agree with everybody in their choices. I was like,
Yeah.
but mine right now, I was talking to JD the other day. I'm like, yeah, everybody's leaving. And he's like, yeah, but it seems like your life's going pretty good. I was like, it is.
Yeah.
I'm not, and
Yeah.
I'm not, I'm grateful for it. And I have still the opportunity to go visit friends and family and stuff
Yeah.
if I want to.
Yeah, and
for
if
cheap.
things get
If things get crazy, then
you
I can still,
go on.
yeah, I can still go. So that's what's nice about all that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So wait, what date is your flight, Garon?
Sometime in the future for our fans. No, I'm just kidding. The 14th.
That's cool. It's what? I'm sorry.
The 14th.
14th. Okay, cool.
About a
Hell
month
yeah.
and a couple days.
Yeah, month. Give them
Oh, yeah.
time to be
I'm
out there,
excited.
get settled, buy some chickens, get them
Wait,
acclimated.
you're flying into Nash, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Flying to Nash, we'll drive, and then we'll come back, and we'll figure that
Oh,
all
that's
out
so
and
cool.
stuff. But it'll be
That's
fun.
awesome. That's an adventure.
Okay.
That's
Because, yeah, I
awesome.
do want to go hang out in Nashville for a few days, go to Virginia, hang out there, if I,
Yeah. By that
Make-
time, we
make
should
2
have
weeks
some
of it.
chickens.
yeah. Dude, I miss my fresh eggs like from being
Oh
on
yeah,
the farm in
dude.
Minnesota.
To skillet. It's gonna
Yeah.
be-
So good, so good. Well, I think
Right.
that's about it, guys. I think we gotta get Simone to church on time.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
congratulations
Simone,
on
it was good
60
seeing you, dude.
episodes.
Or
Thank
talking
you,
to you. I
thank
haven't
you.
seen you this entire time. to
Yeah,
be
he
honest.
hasn't-
Well, I've seen you the whole time, which
And
is
you look-
really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. So I'm glad it's good for you to see me.
I'll
Yep.
switch the camera when it's over.
Yeah, we're glad to have you here on our 60th. We had you on our 10th, our 40th, and now our 60th.
Been an honor. I can't wait.
Always.
I can't wait to hang out with you. I can't wait for LA to be back to
Yeah.
normal.
And we'll have to
Same.
maybe, again, flights are cheap. Once you get settled out there,
Yeah.
maybe we'll come down there to you.
Yeah, for
Or I'll
sure.
fly out like
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna
We'll
have a
meet
bunch
somewhere.
of meetings and
Yeah.
stuff out here. And
For sure.
the game plan, as soon as rents get cheap here, to get a place in Pasadena.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Same. We'll all flock back together. It'll be
Flocking
great.
back together. Well,
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Remember, guys, don't talk about it.
Hey about it.
Peace.
Hey, you guys, thanks for watching this episode. Please hit that subscribe button. Go follow us on all the social medias, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
And remember, if you want to go the extra mile, you can also support us over on Patreon, where in the future we'll be able to get unreleased content and content that nobody else can see. And remember, guys, don't talk about it.
Be about it.
Peace.